Hi guys, welcome to the Unpopular Opinion, where we share our unpopular views on the pop culture, that is what's happening closest to home. Because we should stop holding to that mentality. We do. Him as a political leader, sit down, tell your friends to tell your friends to tell you. You think you won't decide to change this country? No, there is always trust me. We as the youth have the most power. Welcome. We are the Unpopular Opinion, and today we have a very, very interesting topic that's going to be handled here. Mimi Adi, Niko too, I'm ready to be schooled because the information being given here is
information you never
I had. Know. Hata mimi unaona venye reaction yangu hivyo venye wewe una feel ndio pia mimi na feel. So it has, I am really shocked and I even come out of my comfort zone that people my age have the passion and can really sit down and give argumentative talks about politics. Yes, I said politics.
It's politics. You're talking about politics.
Where even I couldn't. So today, you know the thing that's gonna happen here, or the Unpopular Opinion. It's me, Noel, with my colleagues, and we have here. Hey, hata nashinda kusema juwe. Iko some seriousness. Acha niko serious. We have a friend who's I am hearing. No, I haven't been with this kind of field long enough. I hear he's a political analyst. By the name?
I'm Khaliffa Daniels. Politics is my interest. Politics is my job. That's the field I work mostly on. Thank you for this host, the Unpopular Opinion podcast. I feel very welcome to be here, and let's talk about the politics, the nature of the politics in our country, where we are heading to, and where we are right now. Yeah,
I can see that we have been forgotten.
We have been forgotten.
We have not introduced ourselves.
We are
my colleagues. No,
we are the colleagues.
We are the colleagues. Yeah? Wow. So I'm Sean.
I'm Wycliffe, or you can call me any other name. So the first name I heard you have been called Khalifa. When you hear about Khalifa, what's the first thing that comes into your mind?
Wow. Story for another day. A very interesting name. Just
interesting name.
Coming from my type of people.
Okay.
The third
what comes into your mind
about Khalifa?
Weed. I think weed mostly comes.
Yeah, we can relate to weed and Wajakoya.
Yes, obviously it's coming from the place of Wajakoya. So yeah, weed. I only realized that through him. No else.
Okay, so briefly, like today our topic, we are going to discuss on the matters of papers. Like in Kenya, do papers matter when it comes to politics? So we are going to discuss with Khalifa so that he gives us his views, because he's a political analyst. I know he has been in that area for so long, even if we are somehow age mates, but he has done enough research to enlighten us on this topic.
Yeah. Mwandike notes. This is very serious.
Okay, so Khalifa.
Yeah.
Recently, you have heard about the IEBC scandal.
Yeah.
Almost 2,000 fake degrees and papers being disqualified by the IEBC. Yeah. So, what do you think about that? Is it what kind of picture is it painting on Kenyans?
It all depends with the person's point of view. Because the same politicians that we see are being told they don't have the qualified, the degrees, they're not qualified in degrees, they don't have the original papers, or rather they are presenting fake papers to the IEBC for clearance. You'll get that it's the same people, or the same politicians who were there back in 2017, 2013, 2007. And so it brings up many questions. Like, is it right now that our IEBC or the way of doing things of the IEBC is changing? Is it right now where the papers are really a point of matter or a point of something very important for one to qualify as a leader in this country? So we have examples of people who have been denied clearance by the IEBC since they presented fake papers or their qualifications in academic is being questioned, and many others who are just, I don't know which word to use, but they are playing around the bush. You know,
if I ask you a question, you're talking about being denied those political papers, the NBC, how do you call them, clearance papers?
Yes.
Do you feel like the deep state is playing part in this denial?
Hold. Mnatupeleka haraka. Deep state ni nini?
Deep
Mimi
state,
mshanipotea.
you're talking about deep state. My understanding about deep state ni wale watu wako kwa serikali ndani. Those
in
ones
other
are
terms, wenye Kenya.
Bilata.
wenye nchi.
Those who run.
Wenyeji.
Come to the term deep state. Deep state entails very many people. Deep state, you get, they are the elites, they are the people, or rather those people who have been very loyal to government. They are the big business persons we have in the country. They are the people who are managing the most businesses in the country. All the contracts, they are the ones who know who is going to be given this or that. You see? In terms, to saying deep state is those people who have say what is going to be done for the country.
So they are
definitely.
So my question was, do you feel like deep state, because Sakaja in the past seasons he has been playing alongside with ODM. Do you know Sakaja is the main case we have right now? Sakaja has been on the side of Raila Amolo, isn't there?
Yes.
And that time he was never questioned about the papers. Now the moment that he's against Raila, you feel like the papers are being questioned. How does that come out? How do you feel about that?
It has been evident, leave alone right now when we are having the IEBC and the elections. You have seen that, for example, we had the people who were aligned to our president. But the moment there became like there is a gap, or there is, divorce, let me use the word divorce, between the president and his deputy president, William Ruto. You came to realize that those who were aligned to William Ruto, they were facing harsh, just, I think one did very long time ago. But
Don't you think? I understand very well that before a rumor is started, even if it's a lie, there is always some truth to it, right?
yeah, sure.
So before they decide they want to dig up some horrible information that will make you not to, if you had a political career, it will change that, it will destroy that. Before they decide to release that, don't you think that information might have some truth to it before people start saying, it's because it's not aligned with whatever the elite are in question to, that's why they are bringing out information. So I think everybody is a thief, or all of them are liars. Just who is the bigger liar, or which information should you release when and why, or what reason?
That's Swahili word that says how do they say it? Eti ukiona moto, yani ukiona moshi ujue kuna moto. There's something that where there's a rumor, there must be a small truth.
But when this case of Sakaja, so I cannot say Raila is behind it. Okay, that's my opinion, because if you follow the evidence that has been brought about on this case, so remember the submission of those papers was to be on 7th. Was it 7th June or which? The final day.
Yeah, the final day
was 7th June. Then Sakaja on 6th. So he wrote a letter to submit his so that they can approve IEBC his documents. he wrote a letter on 6th June to IEBC. Then IEBC, on the same day, remember Sakaja claims that he did a bachelor's in like something in Uganda, Timu and Ukraine.
Yes.
So the same day, that is 6th, Sakaja wrote a letter to IEBC. IEBC wrote a letter to Uganda. Then the same day, Uganda wrote 2 letters and replied to Kenya. And on the same day, Sakaja was approved by IEBC. So those are around 5 letters written on the same day. How can that be possible? Even if you say that Raila is behind it, how is that even possible?
The same day, using Raila as a deep state, we don't mean Raila alone is playing the role of kumkataza not to get the approval. There are some people like Uhuru.
I know.
These are deep state.
I understand, but if you follow, that can't happen within a span of 1 day. Those letters to Uganda, then 2 letters back, then to and fro.
So you feel there might be a scam.
That's why they cancelled, like they revoked the claims.
And still, some things are very strange. IEBC have checked all these papers
Before.
before.
Yes.
They have cleared Sakaja to run for Nairobi gubernatorial seat.
Makes sense.
And then there are people who go to the court to bar, or rather to prevent Sakaja from running the gubernatorial seat. So to me, this appears like it is something planned. Since the IEBC is the one which clears everyone.
Yes,
the IEBC, I know it can't clear you when you have when your papers are being questioned, when you don't have all the qualifications for a governor, for you to become a governor. I remember a case in county of Murang'a where we have this governor, the UDA candidate, is called Irongo Kangata. His running mate, she's called Dr. Winnie. They were denied clearance just because his deputy running, or rather his running mate, had not resigned from work. You see, he was supposed to resign around February, but she was appointed at around April, which brings confusion that she might not have resigned from where the public office she was holding. So that means if Sakaja had missing or questioned papers, the IEBC would still have done the same. It couldn't have cleared him from running the gubernatorial seat. So that brings questions like how did these people happen that they are going to the court to bar this Sakaja from running the governor seat? That means there is someone, there is people, or there is a person behind that.
So do you feel like it's a way of bringing him down?
Of course, yes.
To my side, I feel like it's a way of bringing him down because sometimes when things like those happen, they happen a day, maybe a month or 3 months prior election. Like, do you remember the Joe case? There was a time they said that Joe never had the papers. So that one, I feel like the government was playing a role so that Joe's fame can narrow down, so that the opponent from Jubilee can feel like Joe and her papers. So it's my time to shine, to tell people how they are being led by a fool who cannot win an election, and lead them the right way. And you remember there's another person by the name Miguna. There's a guy by the name Miguna. How does a guy by the name Miguna, born in Kenya, lived in Kenya, got the certificates in Kenya before moving to... the reason why Miguna left Kenya is because he was against the Moi government.
He did not leave, he was deported.
Deported. No, at first, at first Miguna flee Kenya because he was against the Moi government. Those are the cases that left Kina Orengo, the cases that left Kenya in the fear of being killed by...
went to work. went for
No, he was fleeing Kenya. Those are way of fleeing Kenya because those are campus students who are against the Moi government and they were not protected. In the Moi government, they could have been killed easily. Yeah. So after fleeing Kenya, Miguna comes back to Kenya, joins the political seat of ODM, runs for the Nairobi gubernatorial seat. He never wins. Then after that, somebody who already ran for a political seat in Kenya as a gubernatorial seat. After that, they are telling him that these papers are not valid. There's a Luo guy. There are no Luos in Canada. Luos are not born in Canada. Yeah.
I think
you understand? I'm talking about being a Luo. You cannot tell a Luo guy that you don't have Kenyan papers. You can tell him that you are a dual citizen, but you can be Canadian. So I'm talking about how the government has played a big role in ensuring that people don't win.
Yes, we thought we are all agreeing in very many ways. The government is rigged.
Yeah, the system is rigged.
There is something
those are ways of bringing
guys, we are Sean, tell us.
I feel like you are just feeling you are just supporting one side.
You don't
want to see the other side. We are saying that
what we have done, you've talked about one side.
Yeah.
And we're still going to check at the other side and then at last compare the two until we get a solution.
Nani ukiangalia Miguna anapinga nani?
Raila at the moment Raila
before nini zake zikuwe revoked alikuwa na support Raila then later he went against Raila because Raila joined the government.
So like this was earlier case like you can see like Sakaja is against Raila, Miguna is against Raila. So all these people who we are talking about are against Raila. So it means we have two sides here.
And who is Raila currently?
Raila is the opposition leader.
No. He's not the opposition.
He's not
the opposition leader.
He's the successor.
Right now, he is the most preferred candidate
by the government
of
Kenya. Yes.
Of Kenya.
Yes.
And that brings very many questions on the board. Why? Why is it that everyone who is opposed to the government, or let me talk about Jubilee Party. Jubilee Party plus ODM that gets to form coalition called Azimio. Why is it that most of those people who are against or not, they don't align to them?
But let me answer you. Like,
Kenya is not already. Kenya now is a nation that gained independence, but in our own but
there's
economy of a black man.
Wiki, there's always evidence. If you see the case of Sakaja, obvious they have not even finalized the case. I think they were to finalize today, but evidence is there. You see, for the case of Sonko.
Wow.
There's another evidence.
It's a very long story.
Kidero.
It's very long. The woman
there was evidence. So you can't say that they are being brought down, but in real sense there's evidence.
But you know, at some point, this evidence is created.
No, I don't think it is created.
How can you create that I didn't go to the court and I went?
I think it is this. We haven't arrived to a place where people have enough integrity to run on a clean slate and be like, if this one wins, it's fine. If I win, it's fine. It's just to a point where you have that on me, I have that on you, we bargain. To be like, we square this out. I know your secret, you know mine. And then it's just to a point you're like, no. I release you as
become a liar.
Yes. So there's a bigger lie. They are both liars, but there's the bigger liar.
So they are both liars.
We don't.
But you know.
Okay, we know.
Let's say all of us are liars.
Yes.
But I'm revealing your lies, but mine are shadowed.
Yeah.
You see.
So
that is what is happening.
Thinks I am the saint, you are the saint, which is not really true.
No, but all of them are liars. You can't say that this one is right and this one is wrong.
I know since I was born. Honorable Raila, always. This I'm saying, since I was born, there's no time that an election goes by. Raila has lost, like it's
Genuine.
accepted. It's
No.
Raila.
Okay.
They have stolen the vote. Raila. They have stolen the vote.
But there was a time
There's a time it was stolen.
But he was on the Kibaki side.
But the reason during that time, Moi was fronting Uhuru Kenyatta. At that
So
time.
he was trying to create
So,
a government.
Raila has always been in opposition since 1992.
Like his father.
No,
His father,
1982 after that.
But I hear people are saying that there's this thing there's no way. I don't know. I've heard it. There's no way that Honorable Raila will ever sit on that throne because his father gave away his birthright.
No, those are just myths. So I can't believe such a thing. Those are just
back to the topic. Now you're going far. You're talking about the papers. Now let's go back to the papers on the case of Sakaja.
Yeah.
Now, how could you say Sakaja? Is Sakaja really qualified to go for the gubernatorial seat, or is just the government trying to tamper with this new position?
But we can look at what he did when he was in seat. He has done things. He's capable of doing a good job. So it comes to a place of where the public, what do they think? Is his credentials more important than what he puts on the ground, or should I look at what he did first than whichever school he went to?
Have you ever heard a saying, you can't prove a wrong with the right?
Two wrongs
With the wrong.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, he did something good, but in
The
real sense,
wrong
he does not qualify.
Even before we get to that, like what people want, majority will be wanting him to be the governor, but the fact that he doesn't have the papers wouldn't let him get into.
Now who's the liar? Now is the liar? Is the IEBC the liar on?
Now in this, we are away from them. We don't know the truth with IEBC. We don't know the truth with Sakaja. You see, the other day he was presenting a certificate that he graduated in Team University in Uganda. You see, at the same time, those people who went to court, they are saying he never graduated. Now, we don't know the truth. But IEBC, remember, the IEBC have already cleared Sakaja. So IEBC is not there right now.
So IEBC
This is a whole new case.
Yeah, it's another new case of people against Sakaja.
So it's people against Sakaja, not the IEBC.
Yeah, there are 4 individuals.
The 4 individuals, are they running for any seat?
Okay, Khalifa, when we were starting, we said that maybe there's someone who is trying to pull down Sakaja.
Yes.
But remember, you can't say that one side is leaning on IBC. Like IBC is depending on them or something like that. So like maybe someone who is working with Sakaja made it possible for the papers to be approved. That's speculation. I don't say that it happened like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is true the papers were he has the documents, but they are trying to bring him down. So there are two sides to it.
Yeah.
Which side do you pick now?
We are waiting for the court. We are waiting for the court to.
That is choosing war when it hasn't even started. No, why fight battles that are not open?
We can choose the side. You know the reason being, in 2017, Sakaja vied for senator, Nairobi senator, and he was cleared by the IEBC. He went to the ballot. The people of Nairobi voted for him.
He won.
He won.
Yeah.
He went to Senate. Then, the qualifications. Remember, the qualifications of a senator and those of a governor, they are not very far apart. You see?
They're the same. I think
Actually, I think they are the same.
They're the same, yeah.
So, there is no way you can tell me in 2017 he qualified.
Now,
He had the papers, but in
Now he
2022 he doesn't have the papers.
In 2017.
Even if you can look at the senators who have been the Kenyan senators, Sakaja is among the top.
Let me ask Khalifa a question. In 2017, which party was he?
It was in
ODM.
NASA's.
NASA.
Yeah.
It was
Was it
NASA.
NASA that time?
It was it? Yeah, it was NASA because 2013 it was the time it was called.
Oh,
Yeah, so that time.
Take
I
notes,
guess-
guys. Important stuff, yeah.
Okay, so I don't think like that time maybe something was played, like something was cooked in IBC.
When?
2017. If you don't have the papers now,
Why?
even if you are cleared,
Yeah.
2017, you can't say that yes it was cleared, but even if you don't have the papers now, maybe it's being brought down, but me I believe those
Thank
papers
you.
are.
You see, 2017. I think Chebukati was the same person
Yes.
Yeah.
chairing the IEBC in 2017.
From 2013 to
In
2017.
2022, he is still the one.
Wow.
You see?
Wow.
So that brings to us the light as to why in 2017 he was cleared, no one was against him. In 2022 he is cleared by the IEBC, but there are people who are against him, going to court, barring him from vying for the seat. You see?
Okay.
Now,
And I feel these people, the four people, are being motivated by some powerful.
And it is gaining
thank
traction
you.
because
In
we are talking about
2017, it was on Raila's side, right? But since in 2022, Raila in the government is the same thing,
Yeah, Raila and the government.
and Ruto is like now the opposition leader.
Yeah.
Sakaja is aligned to Ruto. Who is the opposition leader. You see? So that brings you to light as to why he has so many people.
Now we
who are
understand
against him.
it's the
Yeah, your concepts. I like your. We
Yeah,
are going to stick to them
Yeah, you're
as
maybe
concepts.
understood, but let me tell let's say, let's leave the court to decide that. But we don't know if that even court is.
It's legal.
or
It's just.
But let's just wait for the results. Then we.
Hoping
But
for
let
justice.
me give my
Yeah.
point. Let me give my point. My whole understanding is that the Kenyan government is run by some people who believe that they cannot leave the government to the other side. Yeah. Who believe they cannot leave the government to the other side. Okay, my point is, I believe that the Kenyan government is run by some people who believe that if they give the government to the new people, they how do you call them? The new allies, the people who believe they are new allies to rule the Kenyan government.
They don't want to
coming.
give it
They are
up.
coming.
They don't want to give it
They
up.
don't want to give. There's some
In
maybe
general.
I can call them the bigger families. The Kenyatta.
No, don't mention. Just for safety purposes. Don't
Okay,
mention.
let me cut the nini.
We'll
the name.
crop that.
You know the government, the people who believe that they can run the government. The moment they give it to the new rising,
They will not control their
yeah, they
economy.
won't,
So
yeah.
you are saying-
So let me give you a good history of the Kenyan government, how it has been run. Since independence, there was a time somebody's father tried to go against the president. You know the president, it was around the year 1969. And at that time, he was thrown away. He was the vice president. He was thrown away from the government, replaced by 8 other vice presidents. That's a way of making you feel like you are not worthy to be in the government. Yeah. Now you feel that government haitakuacha ujaribu kuwaletea kinyoriro fulani, si ndio? In 1975, there was somebody by the name Tombo. I remember the story.
Tombo.
That guy was against a government by, was it the Kenyatta government? Yeah, the Kenyatta government. The moment that they discovered he was against the Kenyatta government, the guy was finished. Yeah. After that, 1978, we lose the president. I don't know, was it good luck, bad luck? I cannot say. But yeah, in 1978, we lose a president. Yeah. Then replaced very fast by another. We knew after if it could not be the Jomo Kenyatta replacing Nani, was it the Nini? Who was the name? Jaramogi. Yeah. If Jaramogi could have stayed in the vice presidency, he could have been the president in Kenya by 1978. Yeah. But he never stayed in the vice presidency. So in 1978, replaced by Moi. The most, I don't know, can we call it a dictator?
Yes,
a dictator government.
Sort of,
Yeah. He was a dictator. Yeah, that guy was a dictator. We can say, let's just say a dictator. The guy ran the government in his own hands. I'm sure even you could be having papers that time, you could have done nothing with the nini. So that's why kina Miguna, how do you call it? The Kisumu nini governor Orengo. Those guys had the papers. They tried to oppose the government. They were thrown away. Even they were flown to Canada. Those guys were flown to Canada until the government runs the shit until 1991. We get the multi-party, but they can't. They say it's a multi-party government, but more still the
so
government.
So what are we going to do about it? What do you think we should do about it?
What we should do? There's nothing we should do.
No, there's always trust me. We as the youth have the most power in this country. Just that we are stupid enough not to open our eyes and be like, because this economy is ours. These people are not going to be live long. They are going to die. And people here suffering. You know, I heard there was a time a dollar was 80 something. You know how much a dollar time? Yeah, you know how much a dollar is cost going for 100 and something. Yeah. Meaning by the time I have kids, how much is the dollar?
Maybe 200.
The point should be us as youth. This thing of ishachaguliwa. We should stop because we should stop holding to that mentality.
But we don't have the power to.
We do. Who told you?
There's a time. Let me remind you. There's a time.
What makes you hold? What makes you think on this? Who are mostly on social media?
We are the youth.
Don't you think? You as an influencer, him as a political analyst, sit down, tell your friend to tell your friend to tell. You think you won't decide to change this country?
Like you're
already close to the fact that there's already an elite. You're not open to the fact that if me, you, and another 4,000 youth decide we will not vote because we don't want all of you. We want all of you to go home. We want a whole new government because it is my economy, because it's true. It is my
I understand. Calm down. Okay, let me explain to you. I know.
I understand about it because it has reached to a place where we don't care. I need to be aggressive about this. We don't care.
Let me ask you a question.
Let me remember.
Ask me. No.
Let me ask you a question. The question is, remember the year 2007. There's a time the youth came and voted a president.
Do you know how many youth are present now?
No.
Do you know how much power you have over social media? Compare them to now. How much power do you have over social media?
I'm giving you an example when the youth came out to oppose a government that was against them. Yeah, you remember the 2007.
But didn't they win?
They did in the most undiplomatic way.
Didn't they win?
They decided to start wars. Do you remember they
Okay. Let's come down.
You don't want to listen to me
we understand
you have already closed your mind to the fact that the elite it's like why don't you feel fed up as me to the point where you want me to be honest, I want my economy. And I'm not going but that day I will go and vote. Because I know my vote, that one vote. Trust me, it still counts. Because deciding not to vote is still voting.
Let me tell you, you have had cases of dead people being dead names, being voters. So even if you don't vote, they'll still raise the dead to vote. So let me tell you,
want to try.
It's not that we don't want to try.
Have you tried? When is when was Mau Mau? When was Mau Mau?
It was 1915.
Thank you. When was that revolt? That time. Meaning it has been a whole
you never understood the point that I was telling you. 2007 when the youth decided to vote Raila Odinga.
2007.
But
2007, how many years have gone?
Those are around 10 years, 12 years.
Thank you. That's a whole decade.
Yeah.
People are but trust me, this year, people won't fight.
Yeah,
people are wiser. That's why I'm telling you, the youth should be like, it is our government.
Okay.
Because you've already, you see why you're laughing?
I'm laughing because we understand you, but you don't want to understand us.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, yes, we can decide to vote for this person, but if we vote, we don't have the power to put him as president because there's a system that will put him. Can we go and? Yeah, you have said that. Yes, we can decide as let's say there are 400 people going to vote. Then 300 vote for you. Then this the preferred president. 100 vote for him. The votes will come. This one, the votes for Wycliffe will be 300. Yours will be 100.
Why don't you think it?
No,
we don't
control.
Don't you think
How can you? Okay,
I don't think we should go with that mentality. We are youth.
We are so many.
I know. Yeah.
He's a youth and he's already in politics.
Let's take the case of when Raila and Kibaki.
We are talking about.
No, remember, I'm trying to explain using that as an example. Votes were being counted. Who was on top at that time? Raila was on top. Then,
we want a whole new.
I know,
we don't
I
want
know.
an Odinga. We don't want a Ruto. We don't want a Kenyatta. We don't
But
want.
still
We don't want.
still
We want
they'll be
a
on the
whole new
polls.
thing. And you
Still they'll be on the
think
polls.
he's already he's doing whatever he's doing in the political party.
Yeah.
You don't know. A friend of yours is somewhere in an influential board. You think us coming together and deciding that we want a change, we won't make a difference.
Then
That's what you will.
We want a change.
But the problem is with us ourselves as youths.
So that's why I'm saying we should start with.
We should start with ourselves as youths, you know, but a problem comes. It's Khalifa with his own.
But don't you think I have my own? He has his own. And don't you think all of our own?
What is that your own? What is that your own?
What is that my own?
It's the interest, yeah? And now, you know, the problem is that we no longer have time to look at our candidates that we are having to come and bring a change. For example, if a youth comes up and says, I'm going to run for an MP seat, and then what do we say as youths?
Does he have any
You don't have experience. You don't have money for what?
You cannot give us money for us to vote for you.
And that's why we are having this podcast. Because
we have those problems, you see. We don't believe in ourselves.
And that's why we're having this podcast. So that you tell, you as your viewers are sitting here, his viewers, my viewers, we are talking like this and engaging. People will get to understand why youth should feel how people want us to feel.
Now understand your point is like, let's wake up. And let's stop believing that we cannot make it as youth.
Because
we
this
should
economy is dying on our watch.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. About the controlling powers. You know, they are the ones who control the system. So if you want to vote for Khalifa, we know many people can vote for Khalifa. Yes, he will win, but in real sense, the votes will be overturned. That's my point. So yes, we want change, but we can't.
You have already assumed that it won't.
No, I've not assumed. So
see,
give me just give a brief strategy of how.
I am starting. I'm starting with where I am, because mimi siyuko kwa county government. You know, youth nowadays are taking things by storm. So mimi niko hapa kwa ground na solution yangu. Mimi niko hapa JKUAT, niko na podcast, naambia watu wenye wako JKUAT, wenye ni wengi sana, wengine hadi wametoka KU kuja JKUAT. Wamekuja all the way here. Hii podcast, nyinyi wote, you have friends who have friends who have friends. Don't you think they will? And as you said, we are in the hopes of people saying, don't you think people will see and listen and be like, and yeah, it's not only me who I feel this way about a certain type of issue.
Let me give you the kind of solution that should be given. Let me give you how you should be saying. How you should be telling us, sasa imefika wakati, those people held in those positions, like the IEBC. Get out. Get out. Give us space. Let's advance the community.
I'm giving you my capability where I stand.
Okay.
Obviously, ukifikia uyo 23-year-old mwenye anafanya kazi na interior government.
Okay, so naelewa Noel your claims
claims.
Yeah, okay. Your cry.
I wasn't crying when
Your cry. Your
I don't have tears.
I know.
I was expressing myself. I was just getting frustrated because
you're crying
I
on
was
behalf
feeling
of
like
she's bitter.
Yeah, I am bitter with my economy. To be
Okay,
honest.
so let's conclude these things. Yeah. So, what do you think is the solution of what we are trying to propose? So, maybe to answer now, Khalifa.
Okay, solutions.
Yeah, solutions.
Solutions are the Kenyan youth. Youths, we have different categories. You'll get their youths who are in campus, there are youths who are in colleges, youths who are
Working.
working. So others just did Form 4 and then they left their studies from there. So there are different categories of youth. The Kenyan government classify youths to be people from the age of 18 to 35. So that's the bracket of a youth. And according to the statistics, the youths are the majority. In Kenya, the largest population is the youth, such that if the youth can have common voice without pointing out the certain we call what the categories, we say we are between the age of 18 to 35, we are youth. What if we come together and speak in one voice? That can bring a change. What if the government can hear our, I don't know whether to say our cry, our pleas, our demands? For example, demands, right?
Demands.
Who is the
Demands.
minister
At the
or the CS for youth? She's a woman, very old.
Okay, that's Khalifa's point.
So, what I will say the solution to us is that we as youths, we come together, speak in one voice. Of course, no one can come against you. Oh, you can tell me 10 million people, or rather the deep state. The deep state can come against 10 million people. The deep state is a very small number that can't even produce an MCA. So it's all about us as youths. We speak with one voice, and at the end, we'll see the justifications that we want. We'll see the justice that we want.
Okay, that's the point. Mine, I can say, sometimes in Kenya, we find that the youth are so they don't have nothing to do. Like, a youth wakes up in the morning and they're talking about something trending on Twitter. Sijui eti asubuhi hashtag sijui mimi ni mwanamke hashtag Mbaramba. How does that help us? Imagine right now you find Jesus trending on Twitter. When the state of the nation right now, the economy is killing us right now. Hawezi afford the things that basic sabuni, sukari. A campus going student, unamka asubuhi, you're going to class, hawezi afford hata kukunywa breakfast. You're going to suffer in class. In the name of wewe uko Twitter, the only thing unaangalia ni the Jesus family. Wake up. Think about your future right now. Angalia. Instead of kuanza kuongelea wa Jesus, angalia the time yako. What should you be talking right now? Talk about the state of the nation, the economy of the nation. Let that be the hashtag number 1 right on Twitter. Stop acting like wewe hujui ni nini inaendelea. Parent wako akikusupport sahi, it doesn't mean that atakusupport in the near future. You'll be alone. So, fikiria, those IEBC officers wale wanatuumiza huko. Think about hashtag IEBC. It's IEBC, didn't IEBC. Get out. Let them get out.
Make a hashtag.
Yeah, Chiloba, there's a time they got out Chiloba. Now, what's wrong with the others getting
I
out?
can get your point. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm happy now.
Yeah, I can get your point.
Actually,
But back to you.
To add on that, add on that, what Wycliffe has just said, you remember there was a hashtag that was going around all the social media platforms. It was all about hashtag lower food prices. Do you know if the youths would have come together and demand for that? Do you know there was like, what do you say? Kugoma.
Yeah, people will have maybe
peaceful
some go-slows and
peaceful
demonstrations.
Like we want lower the food prices, but for how long did the hashtag last?
It was destroyed by a small thing. I think was it bahati or whatever. Something small. Yani kitu kidogo small ina distract hashtag yenye ingetusaidia like Kenyans.
We are supposed really to wake up. And youth, let me tell you, stop saying that
Okay. So your point ilikuwa like social media.
Wake up.
We use social media
Don't use social media for other things. Make your points clear.
Yeah,
Save the nation.
And I get you. Now, it's your time. So, no, I don't want to start something that I'll not stop. So,
I am just concluding. I have understood all your views.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the question is that papers.
Okay, so
I agree with what Nyabuti has said.
Yeah, it's okay. So, so like I was trying to tell you, let's go back to the topic. Do papers matter in Kenya, like in terms of politics? Like you find there are some people who are working for these papers. Then they are depending on these jobs that other people are just coming to take, and yet they don't have papers. So like, what's your view on that? Do you think it's right for those people who are just taking the seats wrongly, like illegally, or I want to hear your views. Like,
okay, let me say, our country, I don't know, it's quite funny, yeah, because you'll get to see many people, for example, let me use this example, Oscar Sudi, Kapseret MP. He has been an MP for quite some long, I think 10 years now. But when you go to his papers, you'll get they are being questioned. The school he claims that he did his KCSE. The school say highway. The school says he never did KCSE from there. So, but they are still the ones who are the sitting.
Can we make it clear like this? I think papers matter is because you need the papers to prove to people that you have intellect. Yeah, the papers matter, but all your work also matters. The performance in opposition.
Is it to prove to people or to prove to the IEBC?
No, to people. You must tell people. You can. The people, you're serving the people. You're not serving IEBC is just a recommendation that you should have the papers to be voted. But the papers, you need the papers to prove to people that you have the intellect to go and serve them. Yeah, your performance matters most. The performance, because you must perform well. I think your performance in your job, not in school. I'm talking about performance in your
so
political
let me explain it further. Like for example, this computer or even this machine. If you bring someone who doesn't know how to operate it, he's going to mess it. And if you bring someone who knows how to operate it, like he has knowledge about it, he's going to put it in the right path. So it's better for us to choose people who are going to put us on the right path instead of just choosing people who are just coming just to benefit themselves with their positions because they want corruption to get money, like something like that. So that is what I'm trying to.
Okay, I get your point. In matters of papers, it has a positive and a negative. You can be a very learned person, but delivering to the community or to the people is a problem.
That's why we talk about your performance in your political position.
Yes.
How you serve your people.
Yes.
Do you serve them well, or you just using your papers to prove to people that I can be hold this position, but in real things you cannot serve the people.
Okay, papers come in here. For you to qualify to vie for a certain seat to serve the people, that's where your papers come in. But if your papers are not a thing of or an important thing, anyone can vie. You see, and so your performance to the people is very different from what your paper holds. You can have all the papers, you can have very many degrees, but the way you are going to deliver to the people is a problem. For example, there are people who are not learned and are in government. We know that, but they are well connected.
Yeah.
They are well connected.
They're using their
Maybe
connection to
an MP doesn't have even that degree, but the way he or she is connected to maybe the CSS or the ministers, it enables him or her to bring projects, to lobby for projects for his or her people and bring the projects to the people. You see?
Yeah.
So when you come into an election and that MP wants to be re-elected, you see, there is what people know. This MP has served us well. We don't know whether he or she is learned, but we are looking at what he or she has delivered to us.
Okay. So, like, let me conclude like this. So it means like we should look on the performance.
Yeah, I think
You know,
performance.
it's very hard to look at the performance for people who are seeking to be elected for the first time.
Yeah,
for the first time.
You see, you can't count on their performance.
Okay. Yeah. So let's say like the papers are just to limit like
the number of people
go for the
positions.
polls.
Yeah.
I can say papers do limit.
Yeah.
Because there are very many people out here who don't have the papers, but their capability of leadership, their capability of delivering services is at top. You see? But still, it's a disadvantage to we as youths who are learning, who are getting to further studies in universities, for degrees, for masters, you see? We don't have, maybe it's going to limit us, because if we say it's not a must you have a degree for you to buy, then
It will be zero for those who are working for it.
yeah. And so I think academics, performance, the way you're going to deliver to the people, they go hand in hand.
Okay, so
let's
okay.
from Noel.
Yeah, Manze, your views have all been enlightening, and this was a very, very interesting podcast. So guys, Manze, share this video. This one has an agenda to it. Share it, because as much as we are trying to say something, it's we are saying things, a lot of things, but what we are really saying at the end of the day is us as youth need to really take a stand on what we really want. Because at the end of the day, this is our future, this is our economy, these are our children, our children's children, and everything else. So we should decide, we have decided on our part where we are standing. We have decided that we want a change. If it means taking out the whole system, trust me, we will. So that is all the time we had for today. Share on our links, Instagram, Twitter, all Spotify, all those platforms that we are on. Please share, like, comment. We really want to hear what you get. On this one, we really want to hear. So yeah, thank you guys.
And welcome back.
Okay, before you go, so there's this tweet that was trending, like Binguni hakuna degree. So I want you viewers to determine, like, you know what we are talking about. So find out for yourself, like, what that tweet means. Okay, but thanks for this. Thank you, Khalifa.
Thank you
for coming.
We appreciate your time.
We appreciate
gracing us with knowledge.
We must make change. We have to.
Yeah, and we want you
More
rising
often.
to be one of our leaders. Yes. Yeah. So that we can
One day you'll change.